Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andrei Angelkovski. I have a special guest, Oliver. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're in the wilderness here, up at the cottage, and we're doing this interview to sort of share with you some insight on the mentoring, coaching, guidance, sort of balance of life. And Oliver, you're a coach and a mentor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And what do you do for your clients in the coaching and mentoring aspect?
As a coach, I think that what most people need is someone who can draw out what's already inside of them. I don't think there's one way of doing things, or there's so many different perspectives. But as a coach, my focus is more on the self. So I look at what is true to that person, who, like, in terms of who they are, what's their value system, what are the main principles that they live by, and their philosophy that they've already been living by. Maybe they're not currently aware of, but trying to do exercises and getting the tools necessary to find out what that actually is. And then looking at their life, their relationships, and their work, and trying to align everything to what's true to what's inside of them.
So I deal with a lot of real estate clients, investors. Why would they, what's the importance of hiring someone to help them sort of, is it motivation? Is it guiding them? Is it finding more work-life balance? Like what is the biggest thing that you find that people hiring you for or seek your expertise for?
I think one of the biggest reasons why people would want to work with me or someone like me, or just even to work with a mentor or coach, or even to just have a group of friends that are supportive and like just have this environment of they're just being real and they're going to keep you accountable. I think it's just extremely important when working with these types of people, because I work with individuals who are in the real estate game. They're investors, they're real estate professionals. And I think what happens is they end up losing themselves in the work that they do, and in that they're trying to find out what's missing. Where's the significance? Where's the fulfillment? Where's the meaning that I'm going to find in my life, in my work, in my relationships, in my business? So I guess the biggest thing that I find is people have issues with their time, and in reality, it's not usually time which is the issue. It's usually their lack of priorities in terms of managing their priorities and not putting their attention into the right places. So they might think that the problem is time, but really we look at it and it's really just their ability to stay focused on the things that are actually important to them. And how do you know what's important to you to actually do and move towards if you don't do that inner work first, right? So as a coach, I try to find that stuff out as we go along, finding out what direction do you want to take your life in. And you might not know exactly where it is, but there has to be that forward movement where we're just continually peeling more and more layers of who you are to get to that core truth. And when you're able to look at your life and what you're trying to achieve, rather than having these 5, 10, 15, 20 goals and tasks that you're trying to achieve, by knowing what's true in here, you can say, no, this is really what is the most important thing for me to do, and I'm going to put my attention onto it. So not, I need to fit all this stuff into this amount of time. It's like, no, if I'm going to move forward in my life, this is what's true to me. This is aligned with my principles and my philosophy and my value system in life. Then this is the highest priority for me to take on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. So what I do as a coach is just to speak with them on a regular basis and just make sure that they're constantly recalibrating, because we're always in this journey going off course and they got to get back in course. Off course, trying to get back in course.
I have that challenge, and I've been working on that for the last few years. I've had a couple of coaches and mentors, and it's really helped a lot. But this term, this word called passion, gets thrown out very loosely lately, and people say, you know, my passion is investing in real estate. My passion is making money. I find that my passion is definitely not investing in real estate. My passion is doing my business, but with the results I get from that, I get to spend time with the people that mean the most to me, my family, my loved ones, and I get to travel and do the things that I love to do. That's my passion.
Yeah, I can feel it from you.
So that term passion gets thrown around really pretty loosely from my experience. Do you find the same thing?
Yeah, you know what? I think we're sold the idea, and people love to sell the idea of I love what I do, and I love my job, and I'm doing what I love, and this is my passion, and my passion is my business, and monetize your passion, and all this stuff, right? And I think that's what you're alluding to. And I think the biggest mistake is trying to use that one thing, because I don't believe so. Maybe you enjoy real estate, maybe you enjoy the aspects of deal making, putting the deals together, investing in real estate.
Absolutely, but is it your passion, though?
Is it your passion, right? I think if we look at these external things, which is the real estate or the real estate investing, we have to accept and learn to admit to ourselves that it will never satisfy us completely, absolutely. It will never fulfill us completely and absolutely.
No way.
And it comes from these things that are like just collecting dust. Maybe there's a guitar collecting dust, or there's a canvas and a paintbrush that's collecting dust, or maybe you need to be on a plane and exploring the world, or maybe you want to be speaking, you want to be helping people, healing people, or doing whatever it is that you love. Maybe it's spending time with your family and growing little human beings who are going to carry us into the future. So if we try to pull out the things that we need, right? We want to feel fulfilled, we want to have significance, we want to have meaning in our life. We want to feel joyful doing it, and we want to feel like we're contributing in a way. And if we're looking for it in just this one avenue, this one direction, like real estate investing or being in the real estate business, I think we're looking in the wrong direction, because it's in these other areas that we're not paying attention to, that have been part of us for so long that we ignore because we're looking for the dollar. And we keep mistaking ourselves, saying that when I do this, then I'll be able to have that. When I make this amount of money, when I have this many properties, then I can do it. That will never happen. There is no place to get to but here. And that's all you have. That's really all you have.
That's amazing. So, Oliver, you do inspire. You inspire me. You inspire many others. So
thank you.
No, absolutely. And I encourage you, viewers, to speak to someone that you trust, that will not only just keep saying yes, 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 but they'll actually challenge you and call you out on your BS, on stuff that you're just, not being true to. So
inauthentic.
Yeah, being true and authentic to your real self.
Yeah.
So, is there any other things that you want to share before we give our viewers a little taste of your passion?
Sure. One of my passions. I guess one last thing that I would like to say is that in this journey, if you're taking this journey of finding out what's true to your core, like us as human beings, we're permeable. And we were discussing this earlier, how people's ideas will influence us. We have these conversations, we have these exchanges, and we're constantly bombarded by media and trying to get our attention. And we've been conditioned our whole life to just be absorbing and taking this stuff in. All these ideas in our head are not always our own, and it's not always our voice. And what's important about having a coach or surrounding yourself with really good people is that you learn to only listen to you, and to drown out all the other voices that are not really who you are, and to be very selective. I have people like you who I will ask your opinion, someone whose value and their worth is apparent to me and very clear to me, and I will let you in. I will ask you what you think about a project that I'm doing, or a real estate project that I'm involved in, or whatever it is, because I value your opinion. I wouldn't just let anyone who's around me influence what's going on inside of my head. So I think it's really important to realize that you have to eliminate the noise of the media, of the people around you who are negative, who are not supporting you, who are not serving you, and trying to hone and try and develop that unique society, that unique community, that world within your sphere of influence, right? Your friends, your family, your colleagues, the people that you work with, the people that you interact with, they just realize they all are able to influence you. And if you're able to be clear here, then those people, as a result, will be aligned with here as well, which is your heart, your mind, your soul. And I guess that's the last thing I would like to say, because there's nothing worse than being swayed or being influenced by someone else's idea or opinion, and if it doesn't serve us. Because as human beings, as entrepreneurs, as investors, we have to be able to listen to what's true to us. And if we're bombarded by everybody else, it's going to be hard to move into the path where it feels like, okay, this is right for me, and it's not because of anybody else.
Thank you. And I'd like to ask Oliver to share one of his passions, and that's being a musician, and play one of my favorite songs.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to sing you a love song. You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together. For eternity. You're mine. Your lips belong to me. Yes, they belong to only me. For eternity. You're mine, my baby, and you'll always be. I swear by everything I own, you'll always, always be mine. You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together. For eternity, eternity.
That's amazing, man. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Take care, guys.